Alchemy is the very ancient study in philosophy of how to change basic substances such as metals into other substances. It also studied how substances were related to magic in astrology and had special spiritual powers. People who studied alchemy were called alchemists, and some of the things they tried to do were change lead or mercury into gold, make the philosopher's stone, and make the so-called elixir of life, which they thought could cure any disease and make someone young again. Transformation has always been the main goal of the alchemists. Whether it was portrayed as merely an attempt to become rich by making more gold or to stay young forever. Their real goal was to transform the heaviest elements of the real world to true enlightenment. Alchemists, as true bearers of the truth of the old ways, have symbolized our spiritual evolution for centuries. Each sigil actually radiates the real ancient magic of the alchemists as it is written in their sacred language. Furthermore, each symbol attracts certain qualities and can show the qualities you already possess. Gaze at these 7 ancient sigils. Select the one that resonates with you the most right now. So, which one did you choose? Here are the results. Symbol number 1, silver, the path of the goddess and healing. If you have chosen the first sigil, you have to know that the goddess is calling for you. This is the silver path of the moon, the path of the mystics and intuition. It goes without saying that our advice is to listen to your inner voice, as the path of the goddess required trust and devotion to your intuition. Your powers have already been there all along. As this is the most feminine path, you are both popular amongst women and you can also influence them, as well as being profoundly influenced by them. One other aspect of the path of the goddess is that you need to focus on healing, both physically and mentally. Early experiences of family needs, depression, or illness make you focus on healing through a very young age. Goddess heals and nurtures us. You are required to heal yourself and others. Your current life's lesson is to learn to heal, and most importantly, yourself. Symbol number 2, lead, the path of witches and transformation. If you have chosen the number 2, you have to know that transformation and regeneration is what you need to focus on. It may be considered to be the less lucky path, as the path of transformation and the path of lead is not an easy path. On the contrary, it may be the hardest of them all, but through this pain and sorrow, true wisdom awaits. You've experienced so much pain and maybe loss, probably from a very young age. Nothing seemed to be fair. However, all this is just an illusion of the material realm. As this sigil is associated with Saturn, through patience and restrictions, you can find the true purpose of your life. Transformation occurs when you learn to let go of this sorrow and pain. Once this has been cleared, the whole world will change for you. Your current life's lesson is to learn to let pain go. Symbol number 3, tin, the path of sages and experience. If you have chosen the number 3, then you follow the path of experience. This is the path of tin, the path of Jupiter, Zeus, who, as you know, is the king of the gods. Zeus encourages us to learn through living, through experiencing and learning. Both education and wisdom achieved from living experiences are governed by Zeus, Jupiter. Therefore, your path speaks about learning and achieving more in your life. You are ambitious, yet you also have a thirst for freedom and learning. You dream of having a vast library where you can access the wisdom of the ages. This is the path of the sages, the path of adventurers and scholars, one who has lived to tell a story. And yes, this story is so worth telling. Your current life's lesson is to learn to never give up on your thirst for wisdom. Symbol number 4, Mercury, the path of alchemists and traveling. If you have chosen the 4th sigil, then your path is the most mysterious one. This is the path of Mercury, the path of Hermes, who is both a healer, yet also carries the souls to the underworld. The mysteries of life are presented to you from a very young age. You are somehow affected by something you saw, something you heard or experienced, and since then, you have never stopped looking for the truth. And you know what? You will never stop seeking the truth. This is the path of travelers, the most versatile path. You're bound to change and change again. And you're bound to change and change again until you find the energy you are looking for. One of the most unique traits of your soul is that you get bored easily because in fact what you are looking for does not belong to this plane. You are bound to look forever until you meet the soulmate or the energy you are thirsting for. Although you are the ones who can easily adapt in even the most extreme circumstances, you are constantly looking for a reason to travel and learn more. Your current life's lesson is to learn to rest and have fun. Symbol number 5, Iron, the path of warriors and stamina. If you have chosen the 5th sigil, you have chosen the path of iron, which is thought to be the most human of all, as it is extremely common in all the human race. This is the path that echoes the blessings and the faults of this realm. It is addictive, but can also provide protection. Iron is the metal of Mars. This is the path of growth, strife, lust, and ambition. From a very young age, you are forced to fight for your life, to fight for existence and survival. Through loss and pain, you've developed a dominant and protective personality. Let me remind you that this is believed to be the metal we humans are mostly attuned to. Therefore, it represents all the fights and wars, as well as the Industrial Revolution and the conquering of the material world. This is why fairies despise this metal. In other words, if you have chosen this path, remember that this plane is only an illusion. Therefore, you need to pay more attention and nurture your soul with more feminine energies. Loosen up and open your heart to the greatness of the universe. Your current life's lesson is to learn to make peace, most importantly, with yourself. Symbol number 6, Gold, the path of God and abundance. If you have chosen this symbol, you have chosen the most perfect and absolute path. The path of gold is the path of God, the path of the solar deity. Some key words for this sigil would be patriarchy, perfection, beauty, and monarchy. This is the path of kings and gods. Therefore, it is not easy for everyone else, because we are slaves of our need for perfection. If you have chosen this path, you deeply need to make everything right, banish all pain, sorrow, and poverty, and live in a wonderful world. As you can easily understand, this is no piece of cake, and most of the followers of this path happen to hate themselves for being too judgmental, especially on themselves. However, through this path, the power of God awaits. Your current life's lesson is to learn to forgive. Most importantly, to forgive yourself. Symbol number 7, Copper, the path of enchanters and charisma. If you have chosen the 7th sigil, you have actually chosen the path of Venus, Aphrodite, the path of copper. This metal has always been associated with beauty and youthfulness, along with creativity and artistic expression. Therefore, this metal was used to summon the energies of love and sensuality, as well as beauty. This is the path of enchanters, as this is the metal particularly used in most spells, even from the dawn of civilization. This is one of the sweetest paths of all. It teaches us that life is not only about power and dominance, but it's about finding balance and beauty in all of us. Our world is full of flaws, but is also a wonderful place if you know where to look. This versatile metal, second only to Mercury, teaches us that we can change all we want as long as we keep our hearts open to love and good vibes. We can bend, but we do not break. Your current life's lesson is to learn to accept, most importantly, yourself.